In Super China or assignment, the first question, the straight conductor of length, it is oriented like that between the poles of two bar magnet, north pole and south pole. The magnetic field is there along r direction, and the conductor, in which direction the conductor must be moved such that you have to produce a EMF. According to the Fleming's left hand rule, EMF is equal to BLV. All are mutual perpendicular. So there is a EMF. EMF is there. EMF is there when B, L, V are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. So that means magnetic field is there along r direction, and straight conductor is there along length is there along p direction, but this conductor is moved along m direction. So conductor moves along m direction. It acquires EMF. In the second question, four parallel conductors are arranged like that. Magnetic field is there along inward direction. So, but the conductor P conductor is moved towards left direction. According to Fleming's right hand rule. So, the conductor is moving. So, Fleming's right hand rule, forefinger is the magnetic field direction. The conductor moving direction is the stretch along the thumb. The middle finger shows about the flow of current in the induced current in the loop. Here in this conductor, P conductor, so consider this is a positive terminal and it is negative terminal, positive and negative. EMF is induced. This is the P conductor, it is Q conductor. The current will be flowing like that. I is the current flowing in it. So what is the EMF here? EMF is equal to BLV. The current in the circuit is EMF by resistance only. That is BLV by R. But you have to see the P conductor and Q conductor, the current are in opposite direction. When parallel, so when two conductors are placed parallel and the current carrying in it are anti-parallel, then there is a attractive force. P and Q are attracted. So that means Q is attracted by P due to opposite direction of currents. In third question, a semicircular arc MNQ is moving downward with a velocity v under a external magnetic field as B. So we have to find the EMF across M and Q, across the conductor of M and Q. So here it is assumed as a straight conductor. M point, this is M point, this is Q point. It is assumed as a straight conductor. That straight conductor is moving downward direction with the velocity v under external magnetic field. External. So according to, so this is like external magnetic field with the length of R and R is there 2R. So here this is assumed as, according to Fleming's right hand rule, inward magnetic field direction. So stretch thumb along the direction of conductor. This is Q is higher potential point and M is lower potential point. This is M and Q. Therefore, EMF across Q and M is BLV. This is about BLV. So B into, what is the length here? 2R. 2R into B. This is the EMF across the ends of semiconductor. In fourth sum, external resistance R is there, and PQ is a straight conductor which moves in downward direction. So we have to find the constant velocity such that the rod conductor moves with constant velocity in a downward direction. So here it moves in downward direction with a V, assume that. So according to Fleming's right hand thumb rule, so inward magnetic field and conductor, so stretch the thumb along current direction, conductor moving direction, and middle finger shows about higher potential. So current is flowing like that. Here it is the higher potential. Q point is higher potential. Another point P point is lower potential, negative, and it is positive. So external resistance R is there. R. So higher potential, it is lower potential. It supplies a current I. Current I. Therefore EMF is equal to BLV. EMF is equal to BLV. But current in the circuit I is equal to EMF by resistance, that is BLV by R. This is the current in the conductor. But in this conductor, weight is acting downward direction. So on a PQ conductor, so see here it is a negative terminal and it is a positive terminal. In this conductor, weight is acting downward direction. According to Fleming's left hand rule, inward magnetic field is there. The magnetic force is acting in upward direction, BIL, which is balanced. So under at the balanced condition, it is moving downward with constant velocity. Therefore, at constant terminal velocity, magnetic force is equal to weight of the rod only. So that is equal to BIL is equal to mg. That implies B into I is replaced with BLV by R into L is equal to mg. But you have to find the terminal velocity. So that terminal velocity V is equal to mgr by b square and L square. This is the terminal velocity of the PQ rod. In this diagram, in fifth sum, in this diagram, the capacitor of plates A and B connected to the like that. A wire is moving with a constant speed 2 meters per second. Length of the wire is 1 meter and 2 volts. 2 Tesla is the magnetic field. So according to Fleming's right hand thumb rule, it produces induced EMF. Here the parallel plate capacitor is connected like that. So this straight conductor is inward is magnetic field. Stretch the thumb along conductor direction, motion of conductor, and the middle finger shows about a current direction. It is higher potential and it is lower potential. So positive and negative. So current is like flowing like that. So it is a positive plate and it is a negative plate. So the EMF of the plate is EMF is equal to BLV. So B means magnetic field 2. Length of the conductor is 1. Speed is 2. Total it is 4 volts. But capacitance is 10 microcoulombs. So the charge on the parallel plate capacitor is, this is A plate and it is B plate. So therefore charges on the plate is QA is equal to plus CE. So plus 10 into 4, which is equal to plus 40 microcoulombs. QB is equal to minus C, which is equal to minus 40 coulombs of charge. In the sixth sum, external resistance R is connected like that. The conductor is moving with a velocity V, which makes 30 degrees into the parallel wave, like that, in the external magnetic field B. So we have to find the angle between acceleration and velocity. So here it is written as, this is external resistance, and this straight conductor acts as according to Fleming's right hand thumb rule, the current is flowing like that. So here like that. This angle is 30 degrees. So current is flowing like that. I. So but velocity is there in a horizontal direction, but magnetic field is. So magnetic force is acting perpendicular to the conductor. This is magnetic force, which is equal to BIL. So the angle between, So force is there along in this direction. Along that direction, acceleration is also there. So velocity is in this direction, and perpendicular to rod, force is there. That means acceleration is there. Acceleration equal to magnetic force by its mass. Magnetic force by its mass. This angle is 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees, and it is 90 degrees. So totally angle between A bar and V bar, acceleration and V bar is 90 plus 30, totally 120 degrees. In the seventh sum, a straight conductor of length L, as shown in figure, it is rotating about its point O, fixed point O, with the angular velocity omega. We have to find the EMF. So about a point O, fixed point O, take a small elemental part. This small elemental part is dx, which is at x. But this small elemental part is moving with the velocity v is equal to x into omega. So there is a EMF, induced EMF across the small elemental part. Induced EMF d is equal to b into L means dx, b into v means x omega into dx. But you have to find the total EMF across the ends. So EMF across the ends is equal to integral of dE, which is equal to integral of dE means bx omega dx. Limits are taken from one end to other end. This end is at a distance minus L by 5. Other end is at a distance of 4L by 5. So integrating the limits minus L by 5 to 4L by 5, which is here b omega, x integration is x square by 2. Limits are taken from minus L by 5 to 4L by 5. Therefore EMF is equal to half into b omega into so in the place of x, 4L by 5 whole square minus L by 5 whole square. Total you get a 3 by 10 b omega L square. This is the EMF across the ends. In 8th sum, a straight conductor is rotating with the angular velocity omega 10 radian per second. In electromagnetic field B equal to 10 Tesla, like that. So the shaded part is 5 centimeters, which is non-conducting, but other is conducting. We have to find the potential difference, EMF across A and B points. So here we have to take similar in the previous sum, D is equal to B into X into omega dx. Limits are taken from B point to A point. So up to B point it is at 7 centimeters to length, so 10 centimeters. So totally B, so B into omega x square by 2. So limits are taken from 7 centimeters to 10 centimeters. So totally half into magnetic field B is 2 into 10. So into here x square, so 10 by 100 whole square minus 7 by 100 whole square, So total we get how much value? So on calculating it, 51 by 1000 we get here 0.051. So potential is obtained. A circular disc of inner radius smaller and outer radius capital is there, which is rotating with angular velocity omega. We have to find the EMF across so that the inner surface to the outer surface. So inner surface point is assumed at A and it is B. Therefore EMF across A and B is equal to integral of, that is integral of B into omega is common, integral of x dx, that is so r square, so r dx, r dr. Now between limits are taken from inner radius to outer radius, which is equal to half b into omega into R square is obtained, R to R. So half B omega into capital R square minus small r square. This is the EMF across inner to outer radius. In the 10th sum, a circular disc of diameter is given as 20 centimeters, which is rotating with the angular velocity 1200 rpm, rotation per minute. Magnetic field is there. So rotation per minute is written as 2 pi into 1200 by per minute is 60 seconds. 6 cancel. 6 2 times 20, that is equal to 40 pi. So 40 pi radian per second, that is it. But we have to find the EMF. EMF is equal to half B R square omega. How to find the radius here? The radius R is equal to half of the diameter, which is equal to 20 by 2, 10 centimeters. That is 0.1 meter. By 100 we get. So that is half into magnetic field is 0.-2. R square means 0.1 into 0.1 into 40 pi. So I am calculating it 220 times here. So 1, so it is a 10 power minus 3. So 10 power minus 3 into 10 will be here. We get how much value? 2 pi value. 2 into 3.14 millivolt. That is 6. So 6.28 millivolt. In 11th sum, a straight conductor of length 1 meter is given. It is moving with the velocity v. Here v is given as v is given as 4 meter per second. Now here. So now we have to find the EMF across. EMF across A and B points is B into L into perpendicular component of velocity. Here what is the perpendicular component here? V sin 30. V sin 30 is perpendicular component. BL V sin 30. Totally magnetic field is 2 is there. Length of the conductor is 1. Velocity is 4. And sin 30 is 1 by 2. So 2 cancel, we get 4 volts. This is the potential difference across A and B points. An infinite straight conductor carrying a current of 5 amperes and a straight conductor of length 0.19 meters is arranged like that, and it is moving with velocity 10 meter per second. So first of all, take a small elemental part here. This is dy. Take a element dy and it is y. So it produces how much field? Field is magnetic field is here. V is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2I by y. 2I by y. This is magnetic field. So small elemental EMF D is equal to B into L is dy into VL V velocity. So B into V into V is replaced with how much value? That is mu naught by 4 pi into 2I by y into velocity into dy. This is small elemental EMF. But we have to find the total EMF. Total EMF is obtained as integrating small d. The limits are taken from one end to other end. So that is 0.09 meters to total it is 0.2 meters. So here which one is constant? Mu naught by 4 pi is constant. 2y is also constant. V is also constant. Therefore integral of 1 by y dy. 1 by y dy is log y. So mu naught by 4 pi is 10 power minus 7 into 2 into current flowing in it is 5. Speed is 10. We get a log y. Upper limit minus lower limit. Log y, upper limit minus upper limit is 0.2 minus lower limit is 0.01. So on calculating it, 5 to 10. So 10 into 10, 100 is there. So 10 power minus 5 into minus 5 into log of 0.2 by 0.0. So basic. So on calculating it, we get a value of 30 microvolts. In 13th sum, the flux passes through the loop is equal to BA cos theta after t. So after t time it covers the angle of theta equal to omega t. Area covered is pi r square by 2, that is quadrant of part. So here this is B into pi r square by 2 into cos omega t. But we have to find the EMF. EMF equal to minus d phi by dt. d phi by dt. And differentiating it minus b into pi r square by 2 into cos function differentiation is minus sin omega t into again omega. So finally EMF is equal to, so EMF is equal to b omega pi r square by 2 into sin omega t. This is the EMF here. But power. So power P is equal to EMF E square by R, external resistance. So I am calculating is it B square omega square pi square R power 4 by 4 into sin square omega t. But average power, therefore average power is equal to B square omega square pi square R power 4 by 4 into sin square omega t average is 1 by 2. So finally you get how much value? So how much value? B square omega square pi square R power 4 by 8. This is the average of power produced in it. In 14th sum, the flux is given as 3 into AT cube minus VT square. But here EMF E is equal to d pi by dt. So d pi by dt, which is equal to how much? 3 into on differentiating it, 3 AT square minus 2 BT. But EMF is maximum. That means dE by dt, that is dE by dt is equal to 0. So on differentiating it, 3 into 3a into again 2t minus 2b is equal to 0. So finally you get a value time t is equal to, so time t is equal to, so 6at minus is equal to 2b. So that implies t is equal to 2b by 6a. So 2 3 times will be cancelled. On calculating it, after substituting b and a values, we get 1 second. After a time of 1 second, the EMF will be maximum, but we have to calculate the current. So maximum current is equal to maximum EMF by resistance. So maximum EMF means this is the EMF. EMF is this value. So 3 is 9. 9 into A. T square means 1 square minus 2B into 1. 4 by resistance 3. So by substituting the values of A and B values, we get 6 amperes. 6 amperes current. In 15th sum, the current in the circuit I is equal to dq by dt, which is equal to EMF by R. But according to Faraday's law, induced EMF equal to minus n into d pi by dt. So by equating these two, so current and here EMF is substituted like R into dq by dt, dt cancel, dq is equal to n by R into d pi. So on integrating it, so 0 to q charge, so which is equal, q is equal to BA into flux here. So BA into 0 angle to pi by 2, 90 degrees. So cos 0 minus cos 90, which is equal to BAN by R. But we have to find the magnetic field value. The magnetic field value is obtained R into Q by BA NA. So resistance in the circuit is 200 is given. Charge is 5 into 10 power minus 4 amperes. The number of turns is 100. And area of the loop is equal to 40 into 10 power minus 4. On calculating it, we get 0.25 Tesla, which is equal to 250 millitesla. This is the external magnetic field.